Alright, so we are now in May of 2018, and we have a new aisle. This update also brought us Aviary, and this is the first really big update that I had seen in the game. Possibly the first really big update in the game that had happened other than, well, no. Adding Eden was a pretty big update, and that was before I started the beta. I loved this aisle. Story's kind of interesting. They're still working on it. You can see a bug with chat up at the top of the screen. Chat would get stuck up at the top. It still takes up the entire screen, yeah, across, which at the time I preferred. But it got stuck up there. So we had just actually been to Eden. And then this video, this is the first full aisle video I got, that I have. There's Winterfuchs over there, and I think Tofi is here somewhere too. Yeah. They are supposed to pick you up and take you over. While running, keep tapping to keep going. So it was tapping. It wasn't necessarily flicking, it was tapping. You could fall down there. So controls are still a little wonky. But can't go that way. Got to go around that way. Big update like this, you have to learn your way around again. I think, yeah, somebody activated something over there, so I didn't get to see it. But what I loved about this is they brought the emotes into being part of the game. And there's the first one. And they actually are kind of part of the game. I thought that was so cute. However, of course, we kind of dreaded having to do this. Now, see, he's supposed to still be a statue, and then you get the dialogue from the bird. But somebody had already activated the statue, so I still get the dialogue, but no statue. Because you're supposed to do this, see the statue, get that dialogue, and then burn the darkness off the statue. Thankfully, you will get to see the darkness on another statue, I think. But darkness enshrouds the statues, and you burn the darkness off. It's also almost like a dark creature, and you burn it off. Finding our way up to our little platform where your NPC character is sitting there for one, and Patrick is jumping around. We still go home. You would go home and then figure out what home is about, light candles, make an offering. Actually, maybe you don't make an offering anymore, and then be prompted to return. Yeah, and you can see rainbow candles. Woohoo! But I'll explain a little more about those in another video. But rainbows was a currency also introduced with Aviary. Aviary was a ginormous update. There you can see him shrouded, and there's a dark creature. That's the statue I think you're supposed to see. But of course, I'm not going to be able to do anything with him now. I've already got him. And then we have Troggy and Tofi, who are a little bit ahead of us. Taking pictures. This is all new to us. This is all brand new. But I did like how they brought the emotes into the game, so that they're kind of part of the game. I'm not doing a whole lot of looking around. Maybe I'm in a hurry, who knows. But I did like that part of it. However, I think, no, we still have the boats. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself watching these and saw when we lost the boats, but we do still have the boats here. So I'd say this was probably my favorite isle, all in all. This is very much the same as it's been to this point. Because we still have our boats, we have the spirits as part of the story, kind of taking part in your little story, your intro, with come here and point. Here's the other one. So I just liked that. I think it was neat. Of course, you would have had to do this every time to get the emotes, which was a little tedious. Of course, now you've got to go to Isle and get the Wing Delight, so yeah. Open our door. This is not changed a bit. This was a really exciting update to have. This particular video is about 5 days after the update hit. And of course I'll go back in time a little bit on the next video of Aviary for closer to when it first hit. I think I'm skipping the cutscene. But it brought back a whole lot of players who had taken a very long break from the beta. So I met people like Jackie, finally, and a whole lot of other people who new friends to me, but had been actually in the game longer. Yep, I skip it. Oh, the difference there is that you see those two spirits in there because you just have them in the thing. So I think the only part of that cutscene that changed was those two spirits sitting there. I think the rest of the cutscene was exactly the same, and even very similar to what it is now. We still have the boats. I think our creature is gone now, though. It's interesting music. Is our whale still here, or did they take him out? They had some feedback, I think, about him looking slightly odd. People didn't like what he looked like. So yeah, I think he's gone now. I didn't see him. But we do still have our, oh, I like that so much better than what we have now. Coming in here. Have a new cape getting ceremony, and this was a bit buggy. You were supposed to do a bow emote and get your cape, and it wasn't clear if you had already played. I did start the game fresh on an account, and I didn't record it apparently, and noticed that you were actually prompted to bow. Once you collect the bow emote and are prompted to bow, but I think it was on this version. But anyway, this could be buggy for some people, and it was buggy for me. It would freeze your game sometimes. But it's very easy again to be capeless because you can just warp to somebody who doesn't have who already has their cape and be capeless in the game. So this was where you got look. You have him actually doing the welcome emote. This is where you got bow. And I think actually Patrick and Winterfuchs and I got bugged and did not get our capes. See, so it was buggy. It was weird. And I don't know if I had done the bow emote, if it would have worked, but those two didn't do the bow emote. So I don't know. Anyway, it was a little bit weird. So I ended up taking advantage of it and staying capeless for a bit. And when you go directly up here, you will just get to the same same area you've seen before. You can see me talking too, and this is my same favorite little journey through this gap. You can also see how the chat covers the screen and everything. Funny to think I used to prefer that, but it looks so bad now. Sounds very windy here, I don't remember that. But anyway, from here, from this platform, which I light some candles, from this platform you would then fly off to Aviary. So we don't go directly to Prairie anymore. We would stop off at Aviary. And in a second here you'll see, when I walk over there, you'll see where Aviary is in the distance. Right there. You can see it right there. That's Aviary. Well,